Hello and welcome to Cretaceous Cantina, where today we're having a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Dino Rivals Wave 2 Attack Packs. So Wave 2 is made up of Herrerasaurus and Coelurus. Both have been hitting stores for the past month, but not really with any regularity. I've only found one Herrerasaurus in the stores. Amazon has gotten them in stock, Target.com, maybe even Walmart.com. So they are out there. I thought I'd review them together just as we did with the Wave 1 attack packs for Dino Rivals. But looking at the packaging here, you can see that these are the same overall designs that we've had on Dino Rivals, particularly for the attack packs. I know some people have kind of complained about how the bubbles conform to the shape of the figure, but that's kind of how Kenner did it back in the day. So it's not really a big deal to me. They're trying to save a little bit of money by doing something like this. Then I am a-okay with that. The backs are kind of the same. They show you a combination of Wave 1 and 2 for the Attack Pack Dino Rivals, but the only thing missing here is the Rhamphorhynchus. So I guess Rhamphorhynchus is not being carried forward into subsequent waves. There's the UPC for Herrerasaurus, and there is the UPC for Coelurus. Alright, let's go ahead and spend a moment, get these guys unboxed. When we come back, we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here are the two dinosaurs out of the packaging. Let's go ahead and put that Coelurus aside for a moment, and we'll focus on the Herrerasaurus. So if you have one Herrerasaurus, you're going to know what to expect with this one, particularly if you have the Attack Pack Herrerasaurus that was released last year. This is basically the same thing, just in this new paint scheme that is being done for 2019. So it is kind of cool that they're bringing it back, at least for me personally in my area. This wasn't really a common one to see back in 2018 when it was the red color scheme. So it's probably a good thing that it's back in this really nice coloration. I think this is the coolest one so far, and we will compare them in just a bit. But you have the same exact sculpt here. There's nothing new about it. All the articulation, all that is going to be exactly the same. I think the sculpting on it is pretty nice. It's a little cartoony. It's a little bit shrink wrapped in the head area, especially like around the eye socket and back there at ear area. But I mean, it looks pretty cool nonetheless. It kind of gets the job done, so to speak. I do like the colors a lot. Like I was saying, you have this really nice pure green color, and then you have like this more like aqua color going along its back, and then this more minty color down here on the bottom. Really nice combination of green, shades of green. I think they did a really good job with that. And it even carries down the tail just a little bit. Not so much the turquoise or the aqua, that doesn't really extend, but you get the nice teal at least here on the back. And the inside of the mouth is a very bright pink. They did not paint the top, but the tongue and the cheek membranes, or whatever you want to call those, are painted pink. The eyes look pretty nice. You can see that they're yellow. It has a very alligator sort of look to it, especially with these colors. And the teeth look pretty nice. They're kind of like a light yellow color, and they came out really nice on this one. So you can shut the mouth. You can lift the head up. And it goes up quite a bit, so it kind of looks like he's praying or something. And the arms swivel, both of the thighs swivel. And that's going to be about it. There's your scan code right there. And all in all, it is pretty nifty. Here's a comparison of the three Herrerasauruses that have been released thus far. And as you can see, they look pretty similar overall, and that is to be expected. The sculpts are very similar, in fact. However, the battle damage one is a bit different. The only thing that it shares with the other two is going to be the head. The rest of it's actually quite a bit different. It has ball-hinged shoulders, which the others do not have. They are just on swivels. You also get the battle damage, which you can close and open. And you can see that the tail is sculpted to be more straight, whereas on these other ones, it's curved, just like that. So if you have, the other one, especially, you're kind of going to know what to expect with the 2019 version, because they are going to be pretty much the same exact thing. The sculpts are the same. The only thing you're getting is the radically different colors that come on the two dinosaurs. Now, as far as which one I prefer out of the three, well, between these two, I definitely like the new one. I just think that those colors are really cool. They really speak to me. And if we bring back the battle damage, I like the battle damage quite a bit. I like that it has the hinges, at the forelimbs and the hind limbs where you can kind of go out with the legs. But the new one, in terms of just the colors, I like that best. I'm going to say that that's my favorite one. As for the collector card, You can see that we have some stats here for the Herrerasaurus, and it seems to be pretty well rounded. I'm seeing some 6s and a 5, and the artwork on the Herrerasaurus is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and have a look at Coelurus. Coelurus is a brand new species for 2019 and is something different than what we've seen before in this line. Sure, it's a predator. That's not anything new, but it is a different sculpt. It is quite different, aesthetically speaking, compared to a lot of what we've seen. And I actually do like it a fair bit for what it is. Is it anything mind-blowing or anything amazing? I don't think so. Is it nice for the $8 price point attack pack assortment? Yeah, I mean, it does inject some newness into the attack pack assortment for sure. And as far as the sculpt goes, it's actually pretty decent. It reminds me a bit of snake skin, like the texturing on it, and the sculpting is pretty good. It's got a lot of nice stuff going on with that sculpt. Even here at the neck, it's got like this turkey neck sort of thing. That's a pretty nice little detail that, they didn't really have to do, but they did. So it kind of makes you appreciate it a little bit more. Looking at it up close, you can see the eyes are just black. The teeth are yellow. The inside of the mouth is kind of like pink, but it's a darker pink. It's not as light as some of the ones that we've seen. But it is pretty well painted for sure on both of the eyes. It almost looks like it's got like a red pupil on either side. It's very subtle, but you can kind of see it. The colors are very interesting, to say the least. You have like this coral color on the head and a little bit of that on the legs and a little bit of it on the back. And then this more navy color that you can see kind of extends all the way down. But the base for the figure is more of this white color. It's like a very creamy white color. So it's not bad. Like I said, it's not one of my favorite things in the line in terms of colors, but I mean, it works. Like I said, it's different. You have a hinge here at the jaw, so you can close it. Mine doesn't seem to close all the way, but it goes most of the way. You have swivels here at both of the shoulders. You got swivels at both of the hips. And that's going to about do it. They did not paint the claws on this figure, which is a little bit of a bummer. I think that probably would have added a good little bit. I mean, even if it keeps falling, even if they would have gone like to this navy color, if they would have used that for the claws, I think that would have looked kind of cool. But it's not there. For the scan code, that's right there. Go ahead and scan away. All in all, I think it is a pretty sufficient dinosaur for the $8 attack pack entry level assortment. But it isn't anything groundbreaking, and it's obviously not as impressive as some of the larger dinosaurs in this toy line. Now for the collector card, we can see some pretty interesting artwork. It actually looks a little more terrifying there than it does for the actual figure. But it looks pretty cool. And then here are the stats. It looks like it's actually really fast. It's showing it to be at a 10. You can't get faster than a 10, so pretty darn fast. Everything else is a little bit lower on the spectrum. As far as how it scales up with our human figures, well, here's Owen. You can kind of see it's a little bit short. It's still pretty fast, so I do imagine it can inflict some pretty good damage on Owen if it really wanted to. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. These are the Mattel Jurassic World Dino Rivals Wave 2 Attack Packs featuring Coelurus and Herrerasaurus. Overall, you guys, Coelurus does inject some newness to the 2019 line. It is a new species. It does come in these pretty far out colors that are unlike anything we've quite seen in this line so far. Herrerasaurus, on the other hand, is a repaint. We've seen this before, just not in this color palette. So if you already have one Herrerasaurus, you don't necessarily need to get this one too. It's just another one to add to flesh out your pack. Though I like the colors. Me personally, these are my favorite colors for Herrerasaurus so far. So yeah, at the end of the day, they're not bad. They're not really anything special either. But like I said, they are new for 2019. So if you're collecting this line, no doubt you're probably going to want to pick them up, especially since they are at the entry level $8 price point. Alright my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Which of the 3 Herrerasaurs is your favorite so far? What do you think of Coelurus? Be sure to follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for the latest news and updates. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Cretaceous Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh here, that's the spot right there. That's where it really itches.